Hello, fellow fleet and mobility players. So, hey, which state is known for golf courses? Theme parks, beaches, alligators, oranges, the Everglades. Okay, I think you probably know it's Florida. So, however, this tourist attracting state is also known for hurricanes. And yes, the hurricane season starts in June. So, it's like next week. So Floridians start preparing. And today we have a chance to chat with someone who knows how to deal with such a responsibility. It's Erinn DeJonge, Fleet Business Operations Manager for Sarasota County. And her team has 3 maintenance facilities across the county, which includes around 1,300 on-highway vehicles and maybe a little bit over 400 off-highway vehicles, but she can tell you more about that later. And but before I introduce Erinn, I'd like to say that her fleet services team was awarded 13th place in the NAFA Fleet Management Association's 100 Best Fleets in the Americas. So that's pretty good at 13th. There are a lot of fleets in the United States. So, hi Erinn, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing well. How about you?
Good. I was just telling her that I have a little flu, but I think I'm okay to do the interview, but she'll be fine. So got a few questions for her. And how's the weather there in Sarasota today?
It's beautiful. It's sunny. It's a little warm, but we are kind of used to that. Thankfully, most Floridians have thin blood, so we can deal with the heat.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the first question I have is just a simple one, Erinn. It looks like I believe you have around 1,800 vehicles in your fleet. I don't know. Is that about right?
Yep. It's about around 1,700, but it's increasing every year based on our growth of the community and what our fleet is needing. What is the community needing for support? Right now, we're looking at some expansion into our stormwater programs because we have a lot of waterways to maintain. And we're looking at growing that side of our fleet, probably in the heavier equipment side of things.
So you got both light vehicles and heavier equipment vehicles.
Yep. So we have a mixture. We maintain and purchase everything from lawnmowers to heavy yellow equipment, from the light duty fleet, which is like F-150s to 550s, the class 6 to 8 size chassis, and so on and so forth. So we kind of see it all. We have boats in our fleet. So we touch a little bit of everything, and we maintain pretty much all of it from the chassis up.
Okay. I'm aware of some of your responsibilities, but could you tell me which of these 5 you enjoy the most and which maybe that you don't like that much? I listed 5 here. So they are fleet acquisitions, fuel management, contract compliance, logistics stuff, or maybe sustainability issues. What do you think?
So actually, my longest background is in fleet acquisitions. I just recently got promoted into the business operations side, where now I'm over all those items. Before, I was just doing acquisitions. So that was just pertaining to purchasing. I would say that's probably my most favorite. I love the different variety of equipment I get to work with. I like dealing with the vendors, the innovations, the new technology that's coming out.
Yeah, that's good. I like to buy things. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, it does help. And that's especially with other people's money. But I'm aware of taxpayers' dollars, so I am aware of that. And yeah, that is probably my favorite is acquisitions. I love customizing when we have a certain product that comes to us, or the department's bringing us a different kind of idea of what they're needing to fit their needs to support their jobs. And I really enjoy getting into that and figuring out, okay, well, what can we do, or what's the best product if there's new product out there, and how we can innovate and improve that. My least, I don't really have a least. The one I feel is the most trickiest would be sustainability. It's very tricky to me. In Florida, it was very difficult with the hurricanes, like you stated, that we had last year. When we don't have electricity, if we went fully electric here in Sarasota, it'd be very difficult for us to sustain our needs during that time of operation because we don't have electricity at the time. So if we would have to run generators, which we already do for our buildings, it would be difficult to not overload that grid with plugging in the vehicles as well.
Yeah, so that's good to know. If you're planning to go electric, you need to be prepared for this possible situation, huh? Yeah.
Yes, as well as the salt water, because we're next to the coast. Salt water and batteries do not mix. I would hope most people know that. So we just have to be very aware of that. And when we're looking into sustainability, especially within the coastal areas, we have to see what is best for our purposes.
I'm dealing with natural disasters. It occurs in corporate fleet, but it seems like it's like maybe more of a responsibility for government fleet, as you deal with communities and around the cities that you represent. And being in Florida, we all know that tourists, like I was saying earlier, they aren't the only ones that are visiting the state every year. So it's what I'm talking about is of course is hurricanes. So regarding emergency readiness, what measures are you and your team taking right now to prepare for the hurricane season, which is just around the corner?
Yep. So we deal with a lot. Actually, our fleet ran 24 hours during activation. We don't know at what point our trucks might go down or our emergency management, because we do maintain our fire department's fleet. So if they need people around full clock, that's what we provide them. It really is based upon what kind of storm we're going to be getting. For preparedness, we do our fuel trucks. We have 2 major fuel trucks within the county. We stage those logistically depending on what we're thinking what track the storm is going to take. We prepare the generators already ahead of time. So we have multiple generators on the ground here that we are just going to be running, making sure that they're up to par, making sure we don't have problems with the DEF, because those are some of the items that we see continuous issues. So we want to make sure all those are up shape and ready to go and being able to mobilize at the times. We work on our COOP plans prior to, as well as document preparedness, because in Florida we do have to comply with FEMA regulations and making sure that all our documentation hours and so on are all documented appropriately. So we just really work on all those things ahead of time. We do have some drills that we typically do prior to. So yeah, that's kind of what we're working on now.
Yeah. So it's a lot of stuff to take care of, and then sometimes when the hurricanes are coming, we always see on the news. You don't know if it's gonna like hit you or not. Well, hopefully it doesn't, but then you got to be prepared anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which hurricane that you have faced that it was the most difficult? I see it like pretty much every year. So there's at least one hit in Florida. Which one have you faced? What was the most difficult, and how did you overcome the challenges that it brought on?
So last year we got hit. We were affected directly with 3 major hurricanes. We were dealing with Milton, Helene, and Debbie. I do know that Milton was the last one. So I will say with Helene, we were thankful enough to not get a whole lot of damage with that one. We did get a lot of tree damage and so forth.
And so they were hitting like one after the other then, yeah? It was like, I don't remember exactly. Was it like every 2 weeks, every month? I can't remember. Was it like, yeah?
It was about every 2 to 4 weeks, depending on it. It was rough. So Helene, we didn't see direct damage, thankfully. We saw a lot of tree debris because we did get high winds with that one. So that was a lot of just cleaning up and such. With Debbie, it was pretty tragic. We had a lot of flooding. We were not really anticipating receiving, based on she was just going super slow up our coastline, which was sucking into that water and dumping it on us. So we saw a lot of flooding during that time, and that was just kind of surprising for everybody. We weren't contemplating that. So we were starting to recover from Debbie, and then we see Milton coming, and that was very, very scary. It was a Cat 5 when it started, and it slowly dissipated into a Cat 3. Thank God that it did dissipate to that level, and it was a direct hit in Sarasota County. It went directly into Siesta Key and just went across the state. we sustained a ton of damage from that. On the coastline, we're still recovering from it. We had roads that flooded as well as complete washouts. So we're still working through that even a year later, and we'll probably years and years still see damage from that and just working through it.
Yeah, usually it comes on the other side, right, on the Atlantic, and it's once in a while it comes on your side.
Yeah, the hurricanes really like the warm water in our Gulf. So
sometimes, it likes warmth. Yeah. And so you guys got like hurricanes, and I lived in California for a while, and I got some family in Texas. So California, they have earthquakes. Texas, they have tornadoes, along with maybe Oklahoma and Missouri and stuff like that. Do you think the approach is similar, for preparedness? And do you have, maybe a tip for these fleet managers that are that may face these types of disasters?
Yeah.
Besides what you've already told us about some things, but I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. For those kinds of catastrophes and such, it's a little different for us. We see that the hurricane is coming. We're preparing for it. We have a season directly for it.
Yeah, you can kind of see it. Yeah, something.
Yeah. With I think earthquakes, I don't think you can really prepare for that. I'm not too sure, but in those areas, it's probably similar to always be on your guard. Make sure you have things appropriately staged to where they need to be, just in case you need to activate them, and just be always ready. With tornadoes, that is pretty petrifying to me. We do have some tornadoes in Florida, and you just never know how it's going to affect, where they're going to hit, which way they're going to go. I know the Weather Channel, they can kind of predict based on the storm movements and stuff, but that's really a frightful one. Those ones I'd just say batten down, Yeah,
and you said like stuff like documentation, fuel trucks and stuff like that, and yeah, you got to be prepared for electricity going out. So I don't know if you have electric cars, electric vehicles, and stuff like that.
Yeah, got to have those generators staged.
Generators as well. And so it sounds like you have a lot of stuff going on at work, And I just have a final question, which is about, so you're working in fleet management, you're juggling and doing a lot of different things. Maybe might cause some stress. What keeps you grounded and at the end of a long working day? I don't know. What do you do?
Yeah. So one of the big things that I do love is that we have processes in place. That definitely helps us manage our stress levels here. After a long day,
I didn't hear. What'd you say? You have what?
Policies. So we have policies in place.
Policies in place. Okay.
Our policies are amazing here. That definitely helps us manage our stress levels at work. Outside of work, it's just unwinding, spending time with my family. I have a few hobbies. I have a horse, dogs. I like to go spend a lot of time in the outdoors, hunting, fishing, and just get out there and kind of just decompress. And
because most of the time in Florida, maybe it's pretty nice to like do stuff outside.
Yeah, just go on the wilderness trails and just kind of see what wildlife's out there and just enjoy the peace and quiet. And just know that tomorrow you'll still be dealing with the same issues. If not, they might go away. No matter what, you're going to work through it. So always keep that in mind. There's nothing that's going to be presented that you can't work through. So always just keep plugging away at it.
I think life in general probably is something like this.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. So Erinn, I guess I'll stop with that there. It was good to get some information from you, and I'm sure the viewers out there will got some tips from you there. That's interesting. And thanks for everyone who's watching out there. So the FMT insiders are there, like I call them, and I guess thanks to you as well. And I talk to Erinn once in a while, so I'll probably see you in the I follow what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Follow what I'm doing, and thanks a lot. Okay.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Okay, see you later, everybody. Take care. Bye bye.
Fleet Mobility Today.